Hi there, wig lover. This is Heather from sisterwigs.com, and this is another one of my little impromptu laid-back chats. I wanted to tell you, I think everybody should have a wig customization kit. Just get your own supply kit together. I mean, this is a messed up box that some Origins products were shipped to me in, and I'm just repurposing it to use for my wig kit, but you could literally put it in anything, like a bag, a box, Tupperware, it doesn't matter. And I'm going to show you what's in my wig customization kit, because I honestly think, even if you don't have the exact same stuff that I've got, everybody who wears alternative hair should have one of these. Everybody. So if you don't, you should kick yourself and try to get one going, because it will make your life a lot easier if you just have this stuff handy. So first off, sectioning clips. I use these mainly to style my human hair wigs, but I mean, they're always good to have on hand, So, sectioning clips. Yet another John Renault wide tooth comb. I swear I've got like 50 of these around my house and in my purse and whatnot, but I also have one in my wig customization kit. I also carry permanent fabric markers, okay? And this is just a generic fabric marker. I have black and brown in my kit. These are for rooting your own wigs. I do that to wigs all the time because my bio hair is dark and I like to wear a lot of blondes and stuff. And I'll make a separate video about this. But I mean, seriously, it's super easy to root your own hair. And so I always carry some of these markers around. And speaking of which, I always carry some gloves. So that way, if I do decide to root my hair or whatever, I don't get it on my nice manicure. Let's see what else we've got in here. I've got a tape measure. You totally need a tape measure if you wear alternative hair, so you can measure yourself, so you can know exactly how wide your nape is, exactly how, big your circumference is. It's just a good idea to have a tape measure in life. They're good things to have. I also, John Renault blue lace tape. Totally. I have one of these in my makeup kit. And I have one of these in my customization kit because this stuff also kind of a lifesaver. If you have a lace front that won't stay in place, just a little bit of this stuff goes a long, long way. Let's see what else I've got. Ooh, Velcro. You might be like, why does she have Velcro? Well, that's easy. Velcro comes in handy for all kinds of stuff with alternative hair. What I like to do, especially in the summer, is I'll use Velcro to take those cotton wig liners and stick them to the inside of my cap. Cut off the excess. But I mean, those are basically like socks for your head that you put on before you put your wig on. And like, I even have one right here in my customization kit. Like, they're cotton. They're basically like socks, So the great thing about the Velcro is that this stuff is self-adhering. So I put a couple of those in my wig cap, put a couple of those on the outside of this. It's not foolproof. You know what I mean? Like, you're not sewing them, so after a while these will fall off and you just replace them with a new one. But I mean, it does help them stay in place a little bit better, because these aren't like these nylon caps. They're not going to actually restrain your hair at all. They're mainly just there to act as a barrier between your head and the wig in case you've got, like, if you overheat easy, and you need something to soak up the sweat. It's gross, but it's true. Or if you, you have a sensitive scalp and you can't have that wig cap rubbing up against your scalp all the time. One of these comes in handy, and you'll want the Velcro to get it to stick. Those are also in my customization kit. Lots of wig caps. I just keep lots and lots and lots of wig caps. I've got fishnet caps, regular nylon caps. They all fit in there. What else do I have? Oh, clips. Clips to sew into my wigs and hair pieces. I've got those in there. I've got elastic. If I ever need to let a wig out, I can sew elastic into it. More clips. I have different colors and sizes. I've got bigger bands of elastic. I've got a loop-ended wig brush. More fabric markers. T-pins. Measuring tape again. I mean, I've got all kinds of measuring tape in here. Another comb! I told you I have a gajillion of these things, and they're all over the place, and they get used. Look how worn the John Renault label is on there. They get used. What else do I have here? Oh, I have dark elastics. I mean, you can tell I have a big head. I use a lot of elastic. Mini bobby pins. You never know when these are going to come in handy. Toothbrushes. You would be like, why does she keep toothbrushes? Let me tell you, toothbrushes are awesome. You always want to keep some specific for your wigs. You don't want to actually, like, use the ones you use on your teeth. That's gross. But, like, here's the Jackson I used for another video. Like, the permatease on this is eventually going to fail, and it's going to lay flat. Whenever your permatease in a wig gets flat, you just kind of lift up the wig, like, at where the tracks are. You just go with the toothbrush. It fluffs up that permatease all over again. You can even see it did it there just in that demo. It kind of like, see how that's kind of sticking up now? But if your permatease starts to fail and you don't want to throw away the wig just because the wig looks, you know, the fibers are still holding up like a champ, but the wig just has no body, toothbrushes. And so I've got a couple of those in here. I'm trying to see if there's anything else. No, just more fabric markers of a different brand. But that's essentially it, you know? So, and I have a sewing kit, but it's not in here. But I always have like a little dime store sewing kit. It wouldn't fit in the box. But I always carry one of those around with me too. So I always recommend one of those. You know, all you need is like a little needle and thread. It can accomplish a lot of things with helping you with your wigs, letting them in, letting them out, all kinds of stuff. You don't need to be a seamstress. You just need to be prepared. So I always carry this kit. And when I go on the road, I take it with me. That's why the box is so banged up. So get yourself a wig customization kit. You know, the components, the individual components, like at Pac-Tans or Hobby Lobby or something like that, are cheap. You know, and they don't take much effort to grab. So have them on hand. Get some Velcro. Get some elastic. Get some fabric markers. Get yourself a kit. Your life will be easier and your wigs will be grateful for it. So I'm Heather, sisterwigs.com. That's CYSTERWIGS.com. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope you have a great night. Bye-bye.